Well, it's a very different world in when you're just on the quest. I figured I'd do a video showcasing a little bit between the two. I'm in my actual avatar that I would normally be in for PC, but on the quest, this is what I see. I just see a big error, right? I have uploaded a version of it at the same time, so I can put it into there now. You can see it's a little bit less, a lot less detail. Now, looking at it in the quest, it doesn't look totally terrible. It doesn't look half bad. I get to move around, but at the same time, I don't get the same tracking. I get a lot less overall, and PC. There's huge differences between the two. I'm in a quest version of my model right now. You can see it's a little bit darker. I haven't done a proper texture on this at all like that and work out the minor details in Unity to actually show this properly in Quest. I put one together just so it would actually show the texturing that I did on an avatar, and that way those that are in Quest only mode can actually see what I created. Now, there's a lot of difference. I also have to record differently between the two. I have to use the meta default stuff to record because I don't get all these extra little add-ons that I can get with like Steam VR. I have my OBS open to be able to record this. I have overlays that I have add-ons. That's the big difference. First off, let's get back into my actual avatar where there's a lot more features behind it. We get the fire, you get to see the more bright version of it, and I get to throw all the flames everywhere, and I have sparks flying from me. You can't do that on Quest only. You can't have any of that. It downgrades your avatar that much. Hell, I can even blaze up the camera at this point. Now, it's a very, very different place because on top of that, I'm in a PC-only world now. I'm in a world that you can only enter if you're on a PC-linked headset or if you're on desktop mode, right? Honestly, this is one of my favorite worlds to be in right now. I've made it my home world, and the backdrop is this beautiful water painted scenery. And you get all the birds in the background. To me, this is an absolute beauty. I'm kind of in a tree house at the same time. So for me, this is the place that I call home in VRC. Now, on the Quest side of things, you obviously saw I didn't load into here. I load into the first avatar world that you generally enter when you are in VRChat. It is a very different experience. Not to say, the Quest version is a very, very different experience, but it is very similar experience at the same time. You can still play a lot of the games that you have in there. You can still have a lot of fun ultimately in there. You just don't get to see all the fancy doodads, which is kind of unfortunate. Now, if you can get a PC that you can link to, you're going to need a graphics card. I believe that's at least the RTX version when it comes to NVIDIA or something similar to that with Radeon. Honestly, if you get a graphics card today, it's going to be able to run it. Now, the difference between the two, I think there's a lot behind it. I do think you do lose a little bit. Would I want to go back to just only having a Quest? I honestly like the desktop mode. The being able to sit there in just a VR space in general with just the Quest is very nice. But that doesn't mean you have to sit there in VRChat all the time either. There's a lot of other features that the headset do offer, but this is more about the differences of what it's like being in Quest versus PC in VRChat. You do see things very, very differently. I load in right now, if I go to the Quest version, in a more defaulted avatar, as you saw. So there is a lot more nuance behind it. You see things a lot more blocky, and it depends on the model at that point on who and how you do see people. Now, this is the world that I was in, and you can look around. I see things a lot better on PC, but in the Quest version, you do see things very, very similar in that sense. It's just the avatars in a lot of ways is where you do lose a lot of that extra details that you don't generally be able to see. I do get the camera in here, but I can't do a terrible amount of it because I can only just kind of print things with the camera. And right now you're going to see what I'm seeing. It doesn't stream the same way, where with the PC version, it does this proprietary thing. It boots it up and then I can capture it with OBS. In the Quest version, I can't do things like that. I'm having to do this in a third-party sort of way using proprietary stuff. It is very different when you look at the details between the two. Honestly, it doesn't look half bad. I think the Quest version of my avatar looks a little bit younger too. So, you shed a couple years off the version of the avatar. You have the opportunity to hook your headset up to a PC, do it, because you're going to have a much more enjoyable experience, a much more lively experience. But if all you have is the Quest, it's still a very, very fun and unique experience to hop into VR and just create a social life and create something more in and around the space. It's very fun and it's exciting in a lot of ways, because I think this is only just the beginning of what is something that's going to be very, very mature very soon in VR. Anyway, I am your proud Canadian Phoenix, Cindershadow. I'm signing off here. Have yourselves a great day. I will see yourselves again very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.